Okay, now we are back on island again, I guess, and Spooky has his back to me. I don't know why he's looking the other way with his one chest plate on and his
I was
shiny
I
boots.
was I was admiring your travel anchor.
But yeah, we're back again with another Sky Factory again, and see what we do. I mean, we're both by ourselves again since two other people don't want to come back on. I mean, it's not that they don't want to come back on. It's just that they don't know how to be on time.
We don't know where they are.
We lost them forever. But yeah, some changes, some things that I've done. If you want to come follow me,
I yeah, I do actually.
yeah, you follow me. But we have water wheels. We got
Are you
power.
talking to
No, I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to everybody else. But we got water wheels.
and
We
again,
got stable power right now.
yep, never ending. It's great. This is my again, like I think I said it last time. This is one of my favorite mods. I think it's a good energy, first beginner energy or early on energy. I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I just like everything about immersive engineering with the cables and wires and connections and everything. Then if you come down here, we've got everything set up down here. So now, if you remember, I had the barrel with the oops. All right. Uh, as you remember, I had the barrel hooked up to the cobblestone generator up there and everything. So I just barely, put that down here. It's all going into the pulverizer, and then the pulverizer is going to the automatic sieve, and then the sieve is going into the chest. But this is what I want to do today because I want to make a heavy one, uh, a heavy automatic sieve, and
right.
then I think I have a way to do it. But then that's why there is also a blast furnace that's over here because I had to make steel because it requires steel to make that, and I replaced our little water pool that we had with a reservoir, so now we can just keep the water in that. But the only bad thing about that is that I think you found out before I push record that you cannot put water right back into it.
I did find that out. I never used the Ender IO reservoir before, so that's nice. It's
Yeah,
it's nice and clean. I like that. So
and it kind of cleaned up this area. I mean, I want
it
to
did.
replace
I
it with
didn't.
the smooth slabs, but it cleaned it up nice.
Yeah, yeah, it did. It did. I wasn't gonna say anything about the slabs, but I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then I know how you were grinding for dirt. You just kept sitting at the barrels. If you put the everything in the top chest, it will all go into the barrel by itself. And once it turns into dirt, it'll feed into the chest with the
Oh, I
hopper.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just put everything in there. I had a whole bunch of I think it was like rotten flesh and also a lot of saplings also, and then I just put them all in there and just let it do its thing for a while. That way you're just not, checking up on it and everything is just doing it automatically through that.
I might have to. Yeah, this is great. I'm gonna use this tonight. Great, great. Glad you
Uh,
showed that to me. I didn't notice that. How did I walk right by it and not notice it?
it's one of those things, man. You don't. Yeah,
Observation.
It's one of those things that I don't get credit for. So I just gotta walk off and act like I got credit for it. But
Yeah, you left me speechless. I'm still following.
but as you can see, we have no pathway to the mob grinder because for some reason, and I know someone's gonna be like, "This is the reason why they keep falling out and everything," and they're gonna call us dumbasses like everything else. But the mobs keep falling through the floor and they keep falling onto the platform, and most notably, there's a lot of creepers that keep falling through and blowing me up. As you can see down at the bottom, I had to go get my stuff a couple of times because yeah, I died that way.
Yeah,
And
well, I have it on. I've recorded you dying that. Well, you didn't die that way, but I have it recorded that. Yes, indeed, a creeper blew it up initially. So
yeah,
yeah.
and then what else?
So
What
are they really
else?
falling or are they spawning?
They're not. They're spawning inside, but they're falling through the floor,
Yeah,
and I don't know why they're falling through the floor. That's something that I'm trying to figure out. Like I said, someone's probably gonna watch this and be like, "You're a dumbass. That's the reason why they're falling to the floor." Just level with us. And then what else? What else? What else? What else? What else did I do? Um, travel anchors. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we'll just
Is
take the
this how
travel.
is this how they normally work? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
thought you
can.
had to have a wand.
Well, there's the staff of a traveler, but we don't have anything to power it because you need to power the staff. And we got one out of a loot bag. But if you have one at a distance, like how that there's one that's upstairs, and then you just jump at it like
Right.
that, and you go up. So, but as you can see,
Nice.
there's a chance cube right here.
This is my favorite thing for this episode. Yeah.
So before I put the travel anchors in, I came up the stairs. Usually, I'll reenact it. Came up the
Yeah.
stairs.
Would you a total
Jump on this
reenactment
all the
every time?
time. I was spamming the right button, the mouse button to click onto the bed. I had chance cube in my hand, and
Instead,
I clicked on instead of trying to click onto the bed, I clicked in front of the torch, and it placed the chance cube right in front of the torch. So this is what we're gonna do to start this off before we start anything else.
oh, we are okay. Awesome.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna wear a pendant because I am not risking that.
Well, you are risking it, but that's less of a risk, right?
I'm like having trouble with doors.
I'm gonna pick up my floating white flower. In case it gets
So
goodbye.
out of a loot bag, I got a tier 2 chance pendant.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
So that's what I'm gonna use, and we're gonna see what I get out of this. So this should be entertaining. Hopefully, a wither doesn't come out, because if it does, we're screwed.
Yep. Oh.
What? What?
Did that just do like a flip? That's what I saw.
I
Like it
got
floated up and flipped over and went down.
yeah, I got something that popped up on the chat. Didn't you see it in chat?
Nope.
Huh. It's just on mine. It's what?
It's just stairs. I don't know. I'm happy with it.
Well, it
I wanted nothing to happen.
it brings a sort of flavor to the room, so we'll just leave it there. Well, luckily it wasn't a wither, so.
Not really. All right. So, I've got tons of stuff to do. I don't have my farm ready.
And as you can
The
see, we got a
animals.
bunch of cakes on the floor, on the ground. We got cakes back here. We got cakes everywhere. Got them through loot bags. We're gonna about to get ants. But yeah, and then I finished your the grass that you had here with the rest of the dirt and everything, and I just made a path, stairs going down that way. If we're on this side, say if you're on crops, then you can just go down. I mean, yeah, there's an elevator over here, but sometimes you just need to stretch your legs and work them thigh and calf muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where'd you get the enchanted soil? What's the deal with the enchanted soil?
I got
My OCD's kicking in. I'm like,
I got
it doesn't fit the
a overgrowth seed or something like that. I think if it was an overgrowth seed, and I just put it on there, and I forgot what enchanted soil does. I remember it from when we played what did we play? Played another mod pack and had it in it, and I just remember that, and I don't remember what it does.
Okay, good enough.
And then you told me that you figured out your growth pulsers.
I wouldn't say I figured them out, but I sort of know what they do. They do go underneath one block of the soil, and they will speed up. They have to be placed underneath the soil, and they will speed up the process of the growth of these. And you can place quite a few underneath each individual block, and I wouldn't say exponentially makes them grow faster, but that's the gist. And I ran out of water, so I need more water, but I don't really need the sprinklers. And yeah, that's it. So I'm just gonna work on my farm.
Yeah, I'll probably just work on the ore production. Try to get that going a little bit better. Um, that's why I made steel and everything in here. So how you been today?
I've been good actually. That's all I'm saying. No, no,
That's where I'm leaving it at. And that's all I'm gonna say about it today.
no, no. Things have been
For
good.
my
How about
sanity,
you?
that's all I'm gonna say.
Was I always worked every summer? Did you work during the summer?
I did when I was back in high school.
Yeah, but this I always had to, and and kind of rough jobs and all that kind of stuff. The year I was a junior going into my senior year, we did nothing. My friends and I, we just took the whole summer off and did odd jobs for farmers and stuff, and just sat around this pond all summer long, just drinking Mountain Dew and
Sounds like the
not
life.
doing anything. It was the life. It was great. So my parents were so mad that I was being that lazy, but I was like, "This is it. I'll never do this again," and I was right.
What kind of farming did
Oh,
they do?
work corn where I'm from, so it was like you go out in the fields and work with corn and stuff. Like you're basically slave labor, but it paid pretty good actually. So,
It's not so bad though.
no, it's not so bad. I just heard a sound. I thought maybe you got disconnected there. So I guess not.
Just DC. You're just hoping for that. All right. So I got the auto heavy sieve. I hooked it up and everything, so it's working downstairs now.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah. So I am going to try to figure out another way of doing this because if this ends up working out like that, then hmm. Because I wanna have it so it one will do gravel, one will do sand, another one will do dust, like compressed dust, compressed sand, and I am losing power for some reason
You're losing power
on the auto heavy sieve. But I turned off the where the cobblestone was going into the pulverizer, so just gonna let that keep going until I figure out. Because I think I want to use the auto heavy sieves, but I want to have the cobblestone go into a pulverizer, and then the pulverizer feeds this auto compressor, the gravel, and then the compressor can turn that one into compressed gravel, and then from there it will feed into the auto heavy sieve. I just said all that, and I don't even remember what I said.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Hmm.
Explain it. Explain it to me again.
Okay, so
I'm joking. You know, I've been over
cobble
here and I
into
told you.
pulverizer, pulverizer into the compressor, then the compressor to the auto heavy sieve, and then the auto heavy sieve into a chest. Sounds legit.
It does sound legit. Now, what's your issue?
Trying
So
to
you're
figure.
wanting to do
I'm trying to figure out like a best solution to this because if you look in the pulverizer, once it turns the cobblestone into gravel, and then
right,
there you also get a chance of getting sand. So
right.
I'm thinking about keeping the pulverizer here with this hooked up to it with the cobblestone barrel, and then have another conduit coming out the side of it into two barrels. So gravel will go into one, and then sand will go into one, and then have them feed out of the barrel also going into a compressor, and then from the compressor they can come out into the auto heavy sieve, and then they can sieve the compressed uh, gravel and the compressed what you call it, the
Sand.
sand, and then they can that from there feed into a chest, and then we'll have that. But then there's also another achievement that's in the book where you can uh, had make an organizer to where the broken stuff and all that go into something like their own barrels, like an organizer type thing.
Don't remember saying that. Um,
Yeah,
but
I saw that on one of the pages,
so you're trying to kill two birds with one stone. I
basically.
see. Yeah. Yeah. So you don't work like I do. I would just start building it and then fix my screw up. And that's why when you go to my house and stuff, I have wires and pipes and stuff everywhere because I'm just throwing it together.
Well,
But I don't think that much.
I did that
building it.
on the remember on the crack pack. I did that with my beef Wellington setup, and I remember
Yeah.
how that looked on the crack pack, and I made it a little bit more cleaner because there was more organized mods on Infinity, and so it made it look a little bit more organized than how I did on the crack pack. So I think that's why I'm like reviewing in my head what I want to do first instead of just going at it and being like, oh, I could have done it this way.
I will say that already the pulsar, or whatever you call it, the Messinio, or actually it's not even called that. Just that growth pulsar thing is working already. It's really nice. It's just one, and it's doing a good job. So
Really?
I know you'd be excited about that.
No, let me check
I
this.
didn't think it would,
No, let me
I didn't
check
know.
this out because I want to see.
Oh, no, you're not going to see anything now. I broke the seed, no, I just already have one. It's under here and here, and this already was mature, and this one was at 14%, and the rest are all at 0. So I guess this is 14%, but
This one's
no,
14%.
yeah. So anyway, it grew quicker, so that's nice. So it's working.
Well,
So,
the reason why I
yeah.
want because the reason why I wanted to see because I've done these magical crops before on Sky Factory 2, and I just remember how slow they take, and
Yeah.
yeah,
It's still going to be slow, but that was a lot faster. So this one's already at 14%, and so it's already catching up with these others down here that don't have a pulsar, or whatever the hell it's called, underneath it. So I'm gonna see if I can get some of those made.
yeah. Just use whatever how many diamonds you need to use for it.
Yeah, I will. Thanks. Except I actually probably lack essence, but whatever.
We all lack essence.
I know, right?
Someone's bound to call us a dumbass here soon.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I will consider it to have arrived. When we have that. So, and we should probably give a shout out to whoever calls us a dumbass first. We're gonna make a little shrine to that.
We'll make a wall of who.
Let's do that.
Let's make it just a wall of whoever calls us dumbass. Just put it somewhere, and then we'll just put their name on there.
I so think we should do that.
Like a dumbass counter type thing, but this will just be a wall of it.
And the people that have like legitimate, like complete, like they are so right, we're do something extra special for them.
Then yeah, if they're right, then we're just like, yeah, we'll admit to you that you were right and everything.
Yeah, I have no shame in that regard. So. Of course, it will probably be somebody from our own server, but that doesn't count because they know us too well.
Watch it be Sap himself, you dumbasses. It's like Sap, you were with us. Well, I'm just happy that we have a stable power production with the, because I was thinking about also making some windmills and then put them on top of them. So make 2 windmills, put them on top, and then that way we'll have, because we eventually we're gonna have to go to get a big reactor at some point.
Right. Which again, I like big reactors, but I've just done it so many times. But I haven't built a turbine, so I'm excited about that. I didn't know that we were supposed to build a turbine for this, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've done turbines before, and Um, it's just one of those things that is just like the normal thing to do all the time. Like, kind of gets repetitive. I mean, they're really nice and everything. It's just once we had Infinity the first time, that was the first time I ever played with immersive engineering, and I don't know, I just really liked it, just the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. Can't say enough about it. So, and then it just has such good like uh, like it's hand drill, I think it's called, where the what you mine with, and it's just so effective, and it's kind of expensive, but it's not so out of your reach and all that kind of stuff. It's just I think it's a really well balanced mod.
Yeah, it has a lot of good things with it. I don't know. I've enjoyed that, just like I've enjoyed logistics pipes. Um, what else have I enjoyed? For some reason, Agricraft and Pam's Harvestcraft.
Yeah,
I think it's just mods that I have not used before, like a lot.
that's definitely true for me. But with immersive engineering, it's just also that it's so unique. I actually didn't like it when I very first started doing it. Uh, I don't know what it was, but it was just a little too different for me. But then um, I don't know, I gave it a shot, and you know, liked it a lot. So
Yeah,
I know that's fascinating.
yeah, it seems like it just it.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Yeah, that's an old shit right there.
Oh, I hate that.